Heat is cool. I'm sure if you're watching this video, you agree. You think it's a cool movie. Look up the word cool, and you'll find definitions like calmness, composure, and self-control.
Hold it!
You'll also find words like fashionable, impressive, and effortless.
I mean, is this guy something or is he something?
That's what Heat is. The characters never rush. They rarely explain themselves. They move through danger without panic. From the beginning, the film establishes this tone not through dialogue, but through behavior. Nothing's flashy, nothing's hurried. Even the violence feels controlled. Nothing in this film feels desperate. Nothing feels like it's trying to impress you. And that effortlessness is exactly what makes it impressive. So the question isn't whether Heat is cool. The question is why it feels so effortless. The characters in Heat aren't trying to look good. They're trying to do well. Neil McCauley does not care how he appears. He cares whether the job is clean. His planning is quiet, direct, and purely functional. No speeches, no ego. Vincent Hanna operates in the same way. At crime scenes, he has little patience for anything that distracts from the work. He's not performing authority, he's exercising it.
You ID anybody?
Well, he was hiding. We heard it.
Even moments of stillness are purposeful. Watching, waiting, measuring. Style in Heat is not added on top. It emerges as a byproduct of competence. And because everyone is competent, the world itself feels stable, predictable, ordered. This is where something subtle happens. Competence stops being just a skill, it becomes a value. If Heat has a single idea, everyone remembers it's the rule.
Don't let yourself get attached to anything you are not willing to walk out on in 30 seconds flat if you feel the heat around the corner.
Neil doesn't offer this as advice. He offers it as a condition of existence. The rule isn't really about crime, it's about priority. Anything that interferes with the job must be abandoned. Relationships, homes, futures.
Like me. I don't know either.
Vincent Hanna lives by a parallel code. His personal life is not destroyed by accident. It is excluded by design.
My life's a disaster zone.
Not because he lacks feeling, but because the job always comes first. This isn't just a cops and robbers movie, because in this story, morality isn't argued over. It's replaced by function. What matters is not who you are, but how well you perform your role. This is why the diner scene goes the way it does. They're not really persuading each other, they're really just recognizing each other. Two men who have the same structure for their lives, and this is where the film's central question quietly comes into focus. What happens when competence becomes the highest good? At first, the world works. It produces clarity,
Run slick as an alias to the FBI. You're gonna get the phone book. Do it anyway.
excellence,
30 seconds flat from now, we are gone on our separate ways. That's it.
results. But it also narrows life. Anything that cannot be optimized becomes a liability.
So then if you spot me coming around that corner, you're just gonna walk out on this woman? Not say goodbye?
Neil is offered a way out, not a redemption, just a different story. For a moment, it almost works, but consistency matters more than possibility to him. When Neil chooses to complete the job, it is not framed as rage or temptation, it is framed as completion. The code demands it. Hannah's life reveals the same cost from the other side. There is no single betrayal, no dramatic collapse, only absence. In a world governed entirely by competence, nothing is technically wrong, but many things are no longer possible. By the time Heat reaches its final movement, nothing is left undecided. There is no twist, no reversal, only completion. When the end comes, the music doesn't celebrate it. It does not mourn it either. It stands in awe of it. This isn't classic Cops and Robbers. Neil doesn't fall because he's evil. Hannah does not prevail because he's good. The outcome is decided by fate. And then the question the film has been asking from the beginning finally comes back to mind. When competence becomes the highest good, nothing needs to be forgiven because nothing has failed. What remains is a world that works, calm, composed, effortless. A world that is undeniably cool. And Heat leaves us years later with a quiet unease. Standing inside a world that works perfectly, it asks one final question. Is that enough?